What's up, Mini Fishing back. Now me and Dylan are going to go over our baits that we use for catching bass in the wintertime. So I guess like our winter tactics. Start off, me and Dylan both got this rigged up just because it works so well for us. Is the KVD Strike King 1.5 Chili Crawl. It's really seemed to fit our needs, do the trick. What I use to get that down deep is Seaguar Invisix 15-pound fluorocarbon. Just a tip for when you're going to use crankbaits, you want to get them down there deep. Or even just, have line that you can feel, a little nibble or you can feel a tug. You always want to go light line. 15, it's kind of like the limit that I would go. 12, 15, somewhere around there is perfect. So let me get into some of the baits that I use. In this time of year, I really like the unusual colors. Not like fish colors. So let me see here. There's a Rapala rattle trap. It's also in chili crawl color. Really seemed to do the trick for us. Let's see what else. And mostly we just use this crankbait, but obviously we realize that some of you guys can't get that. But let me see. I'm trying to look here. These here, Gulprit. Most people say they can't find these, but we find them in Bass Pro Shops. They're always on the clearance racks. Most people say like that's for a reason, but they seem to do the trick for us. Like they're 10-inch, got really good action in the tails. Also big bite baits. Oh yeah, these two. Trick sticks. Normally I'll do 5-inch. These are 6-inch though. Watermelon shad, or watermelon red. Sorry. Normally I do 5-inch and wacky rig them with an O-ring. But that's just kind of the basis of what I use. But mainly this time of year, I always shoot for, my first option is always hard baits. Rattle traps, crankbaits, even frogs. If you get a day where it's like 50 out, just that perfect temperature, you go ahead and try a frog, see what you guys can do. Me and Dylan have had some luck with frogs this year, but now I'm going to kick it over to him.
So, like we said, just got back from Cabela's, picked up some of our favorite baits, like Big Bite Bait Warm Mouse, and the Chartreuse Bluegill color. Also, one thing that we've heard that really works good in the winter are these Berkley umbrella rigs, and what we've heard work best are these Lake Forks Live Magic Shad in the watermelon chartreuse color.
Yup, and let me butt in right here. In these Lake Fork shads, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they have grooves in them, and that gives it's weedless, especially with this setup, and it also gives the shad an action. So it's not going through the water and it's going like this, mimic that real live shad.
Also, we have this Red Eye Shad Rattle Trap. Strike King, always gotta do it big with them. Our favorite brand overall for these chili crawl crankbaits, just crankbaits in general, built to last and work really great.
Yep. Now I'll go over the hooks that we use for the umbrella rig.
Use Umbrella Money Head jigs for these Live Magic Shad. We weedless rig it, so we can just throw it in the weeds, and the bass are normally sitting in the weeds this time of year and attack it like no other.
Yeah, and this time of season, when me and Dylan go fishing, we'll go fishing for like an hour, 2 hours at a time. And, within 30 minutes, we'll see 5 or 6 schools of shad, all along the bank. They'll be everywhere. So we're trying to, mimic that, try and get those bass to bite on this stuff. Umbrella rig, obviously used to mimic a school.
I mean, once you unfold it, I don't know if you guys can see the diagram there, but it just nets out into one big lure.
Yeah, and this has 5 hooks on it, so you can get 5 different swim baits on there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, try out this stuff. Highly recommend it. If this stuff doesn't work, try fishing at one spot in particular for that winter season and figure out what works. Figure out the trends. Figure out the patterns of the bass. Once you master that, and you're satisfied and you catch a lot of fish there, move on to another spot. Try and keep getting the trends down. And you can have a lot of different spots that you like to fish at. And that's it for our winter tactics. We'll see you in another mini fishing episode.